Hello guys, Inslayerclone here, friendly neighborhood incel. Back again with another video. Back again, I guess. And I guess today I'm going to be talking about it's hard to start a business, I guess. It's hard. Well, it's hard and easy, I guess. People say just do it, you do it, but I guess it's like, trial and error, I guess. So why am I talking about starting a business? Well, I mean, the fact is and stuff, I've tried many times before. I tried eBay, tried not Amazon, Etsy and stuff, and I failed at it, at selling and stuff. It's either like, didn't make much profit at all, or my account gets banned for, or disinformation, or like scamming practices, whatever. So I just kind of, forget about that, and I'm not going to do eBay or Etsy and shit. So, why am I talking about this today? Well, as you guys probably know, I'm trying to become a game developer, and comic book writer, I guess. I don't know why I'm going to be doing that, but I guess I do want to make stories of my own and stuff like that. I guess so. I mean, and I guess I could be a computer developer as well, making computers, building computers and stuff like that, and selling them off. You know, but I have to have a license for that. I actually asked someone when I was working, some customer, oh, well, you have to have a license, so just to protect yourself, if you do sell your computer and something happens, they can sue you for that. It's like, all these policies just so you can make money, man. Like license for this, license for that, and then you get like a certificate for this, certificate for that. It's just unreal, isn't it? It's like, oh well, it's like those people, right? So they need, like, if you want to be like a hunter, right? You need to get a license to have a hunting license just so you can hunt deers and stuff, and strip them down and stuff. Gotta have a license for this as well. It's just annoying, man. And yeah, it's just like that's the problem I guess I'm having. That struggling. I do have the ideas, of course. I want to create, but it's like just starting it. I can do it like without the government, but eventually the government's gonna come in. Oh, we need your tax. You haven't paid for this taxes, and stuff, for your business and stuff. I know it's called business. I'm just saying it as a meme and stuff, business, because that's what that guy Eric July calls it. He calls it business, and even Finn Skyver when they're arguing on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I just like it's like, oh, you can't just start a business just like that. The government, oh, they gotta have their paycheck, for your taxes and stuff. Why they just give the taxes to people that don't even do anything, I mean, but that's what it is. It's just what it is, I guess. They're gonna continue getting taxed and stuff, and the prices are gonna continue to go up and stuff. Good working people in this country, not just in this country, around the world, that actually want to actually work for a living, always get messed up. And it's like in my other video and stuff when I talked about the illegal migrants. He said, you know what? At this point, I'm not like against illegals entering the country illegally and stuff, because at the end of the day, you're trying to survive. At the end of the day and stuff, if you have to do it, if you have to do it that way, to trying to be free, well, it is what it is and stuff. Use that system, to escape your miserable life, I guess. Just don't, once you get into wherever you need to go and stuff, just don't waste it. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. And someone's going to comment section, well, you're promoting illegal immigration. Not really and stuff. I'm not really promoting illegal immigration. I'm just saying, if you have if you're your back's against the wall, you're going to do everything to get out. Just try and push yourself out, I guess. Right? It's like those people, right, on death row and stuff, I think, or in prison. Right? They'll do everything to escape if they can. If they've accepted their fate, I'm just going to wait 20 years in prison. Or if they have that will to escape, they will escape, Eventually, it might take a lot of planning and preparation and stuff like that to escape that prison, but they'll eventually do it, right? Because, it's like the whole purpose, right? If you really want something, you're going to get it, isn't it? And that's what I mean and stuff, I'm not saying a lot of people don't want to escape their reality, but it's like, people are content, right? Domesticated, and that's the problem. As you can see, a lot of people are domesticated. They'd rather spend time watching the Premier League and stuff instead of actually try and solve their own life and out. Which I'm not saying if that's what you want to do, go ahead. All I'm trying to say that that once you do want to, let's just say you start a business now, and everything's going well. That's when everyone's want to get a piece of a pie. Some dude, help me out, mate. I know you since a child and something or whatever, because I see your business rising and stuff. You want to get a handout, But it wasn't there when you were struggling, when you was in your darkest times and stuff, when you started the business and stuff, Those people weren't around and stuff when you had to really go deep inside yourself and stuff. So, and yeah, that's how I see it, man, and I guess this, YouTube stuff, the internet stuff, it's also a business. I mean, I'm not making any money on YouTube right now, but I plan to make some money, I guess. Diversification, I guess. I mean, I only need 500 subscribers to start making money on my main channel anyway, so, wouldn't be a lot, but, it would be good it would be enough for what I need to do, to just get the freaking bills out of the way, because I freaking hate working the slave job, I guess. And the other thing as well, like, not just with the working and stuff like that, and all that stuff as well, like, I don't know if it's just me and stuff, or people like me and stuff, but it seems like a lot of people and stuff, they value, like, freedom and stuff like that, like, recognition, but reality is you can't get recognized if you're not working and stuff like that, For me and stuff, it's real hard and stuff, like I said before, because I constantly outdo myself for no reason. Like, sometimes I outdo myself, sometimes I don't do anything at all, and then, to be honest, I'm like my hardest critic. Some people say I do a good job, but I think like I didn't do great in that perspective, I didn't do a great job today or yesterday or something, and I have to do better, I'm like my worst critic, I guess, But I think that's a good thing, I guess, because you understand the bads and the goods, I guess, Because those people at the end of the day, they just see the final result. They don't see the beginning, middle, and end of the product that you created or something, or the service that you gave, or like whatever, And yeah, But yeah, this is what I've really been struggling with, I guess, and I just want to talk about it. It's probably going to be a pretty short video, I guess, because like I said, I mean, my other videos are pretty long, like 30 minutes per video, I guess. And, I don't really have nothing else to say, I guess, apart from that. So I'm struggling to start a business, I guess. And it's not that I'm struggling, it's just that it's having the will to start a business, because I do have the willpower, I do have the intelligence to do it. Is that what's stopping me? Well, once you start a business, you have to be committed to a business. So you're gonna have to be like, oh well, the profits are down. I have to get the profits up, and stuff like that, But yeah, I mean, overall and stuff, I've taken it a bit more seriously and stuff. Let's plays and live streaming. I did a lot of live streaming last week. I live streamed 2 games and stuff. Finished 1 game live and stuff. And yeah, I'm just trying to do all that stuff. Like I said, my video game, series and stuff. With the game creating, I've actually only done one thing, which is one piece of like sprite I've done. I didn't even do the walking animations on sprites, which, to be honest, the walking animations for all my sprites are not the best and stuff, but it gets the job done, I guess, in some form. It's not the best walking sprites in a game, I guess, but you know, it gets the job done, and that's all that matters, I guess. As long as you know it's walking, I guess it's fine, I guess. You know, I mean, my first game and stuff, sprite-wise, it was terrible. But I think this game sprite is far better than the one I created before, so, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, I guess, you know. Business-wise, I guess. Business-wise, I guess. And maybe start the computer business, I guess. I don't know how I'm going to do the computer business. Or I'm going to build someone a computer and stuff and just flip it on eBay. I mean, that's a lot of commitment. You know, I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done, you know. But they want, I'm going to build like a custom built PC and stuff, sell it to someone, and then something happens. Maybe the computer explodes and stuff. Oh, we're going to sue you, Inslayerclone, for damages. You know, you burnt my house down. Your computer burnt my house down. I'm going to sue you for everything, and you're going to go to the jail cell. You know. That's what it is, you know. You don't have to think about all the stuff, you know, or all those reasons. So if I do decide to do that, well, I have to look at things, you know. I have to look at you know, licensing and protections, managements and stuff. But anyway, I don't know why I am complaining, because, like I said, criminals and stuff, like, they want to release out of prison, they can't find a job, you know, and stuff like that. So they just have to, well. It's like, you know, like when 50 Cent, when he came out of prison, didn't have any money and stuff, you know, and he had to, well, I gotta stop. I got my music. Oh, sorry. I got my music career and stuff. So even though I was a criminal for many years and stuff, got put in the jail cell for, I don't know how long you got put in the jail cell, but he definitely got put in the jail cell, and so he decided to learn how to music. I watched the movie. Get Rich or Die Trying, you know, that was his movie and stuff. I think it was a pretty good movie, you know. I mean, people critics said it's a bad movie, but you know, it doesn't have to be the best movie and stuff, you know. It was more of an autobiography type movie and stuff of 50 Cent on his how he became rich, you know. I mean, he was like in the drug trade and stuff, and he was like, you know, he still operated like, you know, it was like a 9 to 5 job. It's kind of funny. Like, he'll be waking up at like 6 or 5 a.m. He had to wake all the other crew members to go and sell their nonsense on the streets. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, how he operated his drug business back then before getting put in a jail cell, you know. I mean, if 50 Cent can do it, I'm not saying everyone's going to be successful like him. That's a lie, of course. You know, not everyone's going to be as successful as 50 Cent, you know, but, you know, you've got like an audience there and stuff, you know, make some money that way. I guess it is what it is, I guess. I do have an audience and stuff on my own stuff that I'm creating. Might be a little audience, but if they support well, I got some people that will buy my stuff, I guess, you know. I'm not sure who would want to buy my stuff, but if they want to, I guess they can. Which I have nothing on sale right now, but in the future, maybe like in 2 or 3 months' time, there'll be stuff to buy, you know, in the future, but not right now and stuff. I'm still building the products, of course, right? Especially on itch.io. Like, I do plan to have like a texture pack I'm going to sell on itch.io for like video games and stuff. And I already got the textures sorted, but I'm not sure which one I'm gonna have like a free texture pack. Then the other ones you're gonna have to buy, I guess. So, like I said before, I'm not sure who's gonna buy these texture packs, because, you know, I don't know how they'll use it artistically. Because at the end of the day, they're just textures and stuff like that. But if people buy them, well, I'm not complaining, I guess. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, And it's important to really like figure out who you are before you do anything in life, I guess. If you don't know who you are, what are you doing and stuff? I mean, it's very hard, I guess, because I'm not trying to say I'm just lucky to figure out this young, I guess. Compared to other people, they take it 30 to 40 years, to 40 or 50 even. Still haven't know who they are really. Right? They just I'm gotta provide for my family all day and stuff. Once I finish, I go and watch the television, another Netflix program and stuff, and that's it. And like I said, I'm not trying to say to like just challenge those people, because at the end of the day and stuff, maybe that's what they want in life, and now they have to figure out. All I'm trying to say is that you have to really think about everything you do. And even just going outside, you need to think about that. Is this really worth going outside today? Or should I just stay inside and sit down and read or watch Netflix or whatever it is? Everything is a plan, isn't it? It's all a plan, preparation. Even like 10 minutes, like, for example, right? A lot of people have 5 minutes in a day, 5 minutes break or whatever, or 10 minutes break. They probably won't even use that wisely and stuff. They're probably just, I'm gonna just sit down and watch some, I don't know, what's that show? Looney Tunes, like those 5 minute Looney Tunes clips in the old days, 10 minutes maybe even, animations. They'll probably do that. Oh, that's funny and stuff, entertaining, right? Instead of doing something, being productive. I'm trying to utilize 5 minutes every day wisely and stuff. Like, I got like using Duolingo. I think I said this on my last video and stuff. I've been using Duolingo and stuff, and I've been learning a different language and stuff. And I use 5 minutes a day to learn that language. I don't know if it's gonna be effective, but if I'm constantly doing it, well, I think it's gonna be effective. But anyway, guys, I think I've said my piece and stuff. I'm probably gonna go home now, and yeah, all I can say and stuff. Just keep doing what you're gonna do, I guess, and I guess that's what I need as well. I just have to continue doing what I do, because you never know what can happen, I guess. Yes, I guess it's hard starting a business, but everything is hard. I mean, it's hard to play guitar, hard learning how to play the guitar, hard to learn how to write, I guess, hard to learn how to code, I guess. It's very hard because you don't know how to do it, but once you get into the rhythm, I guess, you start to understand how it works, I guess. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it and subscribe.